Okay, I'm going to make a statement here under oath because I'm being targeted with the satellite weapon, drones, electronic warfare, voice to skull, V2K, a Moscow signal or a signal. What did I say? Electronic harassment, direct energy weapons, neurological weapons. Today's date is November the 3rd, 2024 at approximately 10:01. Okay. And I'm going to make this statement because I am in imminent fear of my life. I'm being targeted 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with a satellite, drones, electronic warfare, and an AI that's constantly attacking me, trespassing my home, putting me in imminent fear as a defenseless veteran and American. Okay. In 1993, while serving the armed forces in the United States Marine Corps, the Department of the Department of U.S. Navy and the Department of Defense utilized me as an illegal, non-consensual test subject, meaning that I was being used without my consent by the federal government and the Department of Defense and the U.S. military as a human test subject. And they've been spying on me for the last 30 years of my life, beginning on 1994. Okay. I'm in imminent fear. I have no defense. I'm being targeted here in Canyon Lake, Texas. Okay. In Canyon Lake, Texas, 78133. My address is 19963 FM 306, Canyon Lake, Texas, 78133, Unit D. I'm constantly being targeted and tortured with a satellite and drone electronic warfare, putting me in imminent fear. Okay. I have no defense. I have no weapons. Why do they want to attack me? Okay. During my career in the military from 1993 to this current decade, the U.S. Navy, Department of Defense, the medical complex used me as a non-consensual test subject. They were spying on me without my consent, without a federal court order, without due process of a law. Okay. They did not ask me my consent. I do not consent and have never consented. Okay. From about 1998 till I was honorably discharged in 1998, I was honorably discharged in the military. The government had a duty to stop the illegal spying and stop the illegal tracking with devices, spying devices, satellites, drones, and electronic warfare. They had a duty to stop all that when I was honorably discharged. Okay, they didn't do that. It continued on until about May 12 of 2001 when I filed a federal lawsuit in San Antonio, Texas, asking the judge to hear the case. The judge denied me due process of law, kicked the can down the road, and I was coerced to go to the Department of Veterans Affairs, directed by congressmen to go to the Department of Veterans Affairs while I filed the claim. The Department of Veterans Affairs had a legal duty to investigate my case, okay? They didn't do that. They kicked the can down the road, okay? Called me delusional schizophrenic, that I was not being attacked with or spied on by microwave energy weapons, satellite weapons, drones, and electronic warfare, putting me in imminent fear. I am in imminent fear. I'm being assaulted every day, defenseless, okay? I am in imminent fear, okay? They had me falsely in prison, mentally incarcerated, and they're torturing me with technology, okay? That's happening all over the United States, all right? I can't defend myself, all right? So from about 1993 to about 2024, the government has used me as a Manchurian candidate. They use me as a so-called agent of their military complex or intelligence complex. Okay, I didn't attend the FBI Academy. I didn't attend the CIA Academy. I didn't attend the Secret Service Academy. I didn't attend the DoD Spying Academy. I was not a spying agent for the government. Okay, my job was a mortarman. And like my career ended back in 1998 when I was honorably discharged, okay? And you can look at my discharge papers in Barrett County, Texas, okay? And nowhere does it say that I was a continuing agent for the FBI, that I worked for the FBI, CIA, Secret Service, DoD. I was not an informant for the FBI, and I was never informed of that. But the government continued to use me as a non-consensual test subject to spy on other Americans, okay, where I'm being targeted in my home. They're trying to kill me to cover up their act of espionage for the last 30 years of my life, okay? And it's coming to sense now that I may have been targeted as a child because I lived near what's called Kelly Air Force Base. Kelly Air Force Base was a Air Force base, and I lived about maybe a couple of miles from there. And it's coming to mind where I may have been a test subject in that area, because I was in the radius of Kelly Air Force Base, probably about maybe within a 10-mile radius of Kelly Air Force Base. Okay, going to school and being targeted as a child of the military. Okay, child of former military. So I may have been a test subject as a child. I'm uncertain yet, but that's coming to mind now, because I talked to other veterans and I talked to other victims who are children of military who are being targeted as a child as well. I'm being put in imminent fear. They are abusing my constitutional rights. They're abusing my civil rights without asking me of my consent to spy, track, and torture me. I do not consent to that. I never did. Okay, like I said, I was honorably discharged back in 1998. I do not consent to their test subject. I am not a test subject. Neither do I have a contract. They wrongfully diagnosed me to the Department of Veterans Affairs, and they wrongfully diagnosed me and wrongfully compensated me, which is fraud. It's bribery, okay? It's a form of bribery. When you pay someone and you know the crimes are happening and you pay someone to continue on with the torture and crime, it's bribery. That's exactly what the VA has done to my life. They bribed me a compensation to keep me in their program for the next years of my life until they try to kill me to cover up their act of espionage for the last 30 years of my life, okay? I'm in fear. I'm in constant fear. I am defenseless, okay? And my doctors are very, very aware of what's going on. This has been reported to the VA. The VA has known about this for a long time. The federal courts, the U.S. Supreme Court has my court case. They denied me due process of the law. So federal judges knew about the crimes against me. And they failed to allow me due process of a law to stop the targeting and torture. Now, I'm in court right now against the FBI for harassment, but it's strictly coercion. In my defense, I'm in imminent fear. Okay, my defense is I'm put in imminent fear by the FBI, CIA, Secret Service, fusion centers. I'm put in imminent fear by them using technology to torture me, interrogate me with satellites, drones, and electronic warfare. My defense is clearly duress, coercion, imminent fear, and espionage, okay? They're illegally eavesdropping and wiretapping my life without due process of a law, without a federal warrant. For 30 years now, I was serving in the armed forces until this current time. They're using me as some kind of agent, utilizing me without my consent to infiltrate other people, to infiltrate my family. They've targeted my family. They're using my family as, without consent, on an illegal contract. Okay, it's against the law. If you want to spy on me, you spy on me. You ask me to sign a contract to spy on me for the rest of my life, not my family members. They're clearly in violation of coercion and duress because they bribed them a contract in which they knew it was not legit. Okay? And this iPad that I have right now is concrete evidence, and I would like to submit my iPad Pro, my digital devices, as evidence. Okay? All right? What's going on is that the federal judges for the last 60 years have neglected the terminology of what's called electronic torture, signal torture, microwave energy weapons, direct energy weapons, neurological weapons, Havana syndrome, okay, anonymous health incidents. The government is calling Havana syndrome a disease. It is not disease. It's an act of war. People are being targeted and tortured with satellite weapons that's growing every fourth mile, what we call Gwen Tower. Okay, we are all falsely imprisoned, deprived of our thoughts, deprived of our minds with technology and devices. Okay, this has been going on for 30 years now. I'm a 30-year victim and veteran of technology and torture. Okay, and I want to submit that, and I swear to that today. Today, I'm going to end my conversation. Today is November 3rd, 2024 at approximately 10:10 a.m. 10 o'clock, 10:10 a.m. Okay? Thank you, and God bless America. Like I said, this video is made for the victims who are being victimized and for the people who are locked up in themselves with the technology, okay? And the homeless people that are unable to defend themselves and the people that are in jails and prison right now. We have faith. We have truth. It's a matter of time. We will come to court and prevail the evidence. Thank you, and God bless America.